everybody, what's up? It is Monday, which means Monday motivation. Welcome in. It is Monday, the start of the week. I don't know who needs this more, you or me, you on the other side of the screen or myself. So Mondays are always an exciting day to kick off the week for me with you guys. So welcome in. If you do not know who I am Pamela, aka Scooterrenee. I'm your host of tonight's Monday Motivation, as I am for all Monday Motivation. So welcome in. I'm so glad to have you all in here. People will start coming in as they get the notification or might be jumping around and so forth, and that's fun. So welcome in. Make sure you do all the YouTube things. You subscribe to myself. You ring that bell for all notifications so you know when I go live or upload new content. And also a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that, either on your way in, on your way out. As long as I get a thumbs up, that's all that matters, right? So welcome in. I also do auctions. So those of you that might be new that's coming in, you might be lurking in the background, you've never seen me before. Also do auctions on Tuesdays, generally Wednesdays, Thursdays, and then sometimes on the weekend as well. So or it might be on somebody else's channel. So that's why you want to make sure you are subscribed. You got that bell rung for all notifications. I tend to post to my community page on YouTube when I am going to be on other channels and so forth. That way you don't miss anything that I'm doing. So I was talking to a friend earlier this evening, and I was like, I just got busy time coming up. This past weekend, I worked at the flea market, and then this coming weekend, Harley and I have a huge event out at Bobricks, our favorite place to do our events at. That's coming up this weekend. Then the following weekend, I work at the flea market again. The weekend after that, I do another vendor event with Harley. So, and then 2 weeks into December, another vendor event. So busy times, but it's great. It's the holidays, great time. If y'all are resellers or you do anything business-wise, great way to kick off, or finish out quarter four strong. We're not kicking off anymore. We've been in quarter four since October 1st. So, it's great to end this quarter on a high note and everything. So, welcome to all the new people. Again, I hope you'll continue to come back on Monday Motivations. I try to do these every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. We always talk about different topics and everything. Right now, we are in the book, You Are a Badass at Making Money. We are almost done with this book. I'm so proud of us. 13 chapters. We're almost done. Means that we've been covering this for 13 weeks. Well, almost 13 weeks. We're not quite there yet, but almost there. So if you're new, I hope you'll continue to come back. I change the topics after we get out of the book. I'll change it up for different things. All my OGs, you know who you are. Thank you for being here as always. So good to see you. And then the playback crew, as always, let me know that you're the playback crew. Leave me a comment down below saying, hey, I'm the playback crew. Let me know what you think of tonight's topic. Leave a comment, leave a question if you ever have one. But welcome everybody. So let's see who all is in chat. As I said, there is a lot of things going on. There's people, like I said, will come in as they get their notification, but there are a lot of great things going on YouTube. It's not just me. There's other auctions and stuff going on. So feel free to jump back and forth if you need to. Just do it if you need to. All right, let's see who all is here. My brain seems scattered. I don't know why. Maybe because I was working on shipping. We got my sister, Cool Ranch, in the house. Welcome in, Cool. Good to see you. Shelby, I think part of that was part of me is what was tripping me out. I was like, oh, hey, is that the same Shelby? And it is. So, as always, she's always got great quotes for us in chat. Make sure you read those. We got my better sister, Selena, in the house as well. Welcome in, Selena. Good to see you. Ah, dang it. Tell him I said happy birthday. Dadgummit. I tell you, yesterday was super busy. But tell Mike I said happy birthday. From one Scorpio to another. Hey, Joanne. Welcome in. Good to see you. Yes, Selena cannot be held accountable for anything that she says tonight or going forward for another week or so. Give her grace. All right, let's see. I did say hello to Joanne, right? See, there it goes. There's my brain. Hey, Joanne, I'm going to say hello again, just in case. Y'all know I don't like leaving anybody out. Lisa D, welcome in. Good to see you. Lisa D is always the one that I always feel like I always haven't said hello to. Yes, say hello. Let us know that you're here. I hope you all had a great weekend. I did. Okay. See, I'm always nervous. I don't like leaving anybody out and not saying hello. But again, I hope y'all had a great weekend. I worked at the flea market, like I said, all weekend. Hey, Nancy, welcome in. Good to see you, Nancy. But I got some stuff knocked out that I needed to get knocked out as well, thanks to a friend that was pushing me Thursday night to get some stuff done. So I got all that done. And then yesterday, Tammy and we went sourcing and we just found a lot of great stuff. I just had a really great time. We were supposed to open the store at 1, and she ended up calling our buddy Patsy in to see if she could open for us. I think we got there about 2-ish. So yeah, that tells you how much fun we were having, but how much crap we found too. So, well, it wasn't crap. Crap's not the right word on that, but it was great stuff. Put it that way. All right. We have one more chapter in this book. Can y'all believe it? One more chapter to cover after tonight's discussion. So we are in chapter 12 in this book. So, and after next week, we will do Thankful Monday Motivation, which will be the week of Thanksgiving. And then we'll cover a recap about this book. So we'll do one more chapter next week, which will be the last chapter. We'll do Thankful Monday that I always do with you guys on Thanksgiving. So be thinking about what you're thankful for the year and so forth. So that'll be 2 weeks from now. And then the last week, I think I'm going to do a recap of this book because I didn't realize, but at the end, she's got some, what she calls cheat sheet. And so I'm going to go in and just kind of briefly recover what we've gone through, because that's 13 chapters we will have gone through. So it's kind of nice to kind of have a refresher. And then after that, the topics will start coming to you of different things. So we might cover another book. We might just go off and do different topics of other things. So we'll just see. Tonight's topic is on tenacity. That's the word that we are covering tonight. I almost like it as much as I like audacity. So tonight is tenacity. Now, if you didn't know what tenacity means, and I had to look this one up myself, I kind of had an idea, but I wanted to kind of better understand it as well. So if you're in that same boat, tenacity means the quality or fact of being very determined, determination, persistence. It's being able to grip something firmly as well is another definition of tenacity. So, which I think it all fits. If you're being persistent about something, you're determined to do something or whatever, you're going to grip that and hang on to it firmly. So yes, tenacity. I like that word. But I really like the word audacity. I don't know why audacity has always been my favorite word out of all the words. That's always been my favorite word. All right, so tenacity, the quality of being very determined, persistent forward momentum with a game plan, to never stop trying to achieve a goal, even if in the face of seemingly insurmountable, big words tonight, insurmountable odds. Often it is tenacity, not talent, that rules the day. Tenacity is the ability to hang on when letting go appears most attractive. Anybody with me on that one? Right? Yes, easy. Easy to just say, I'm done, I'm letting go. So those of you that have been with me for a while on all the topics of Monday motivation, I have covered. You have heard me say that if I fail or I fall, I want to do that falling or failing going forward. I want to be able to keep my eye on my end goal, my prize, whatever you want to put there. I want to fail forward. And just like in the positive spot thought, I said persistent forward momentum with a game plan. Being persistent to forward momentum being falling forward with a game plan, still keeping an eye on your goal. That is what I'm always trying to tell you guys. So there are some key mindset pieces to help us take a leap and stay the course as well. So remember, starting out is hard and you might fall forward here and there. So we need to keep these key ideas in our minds when we think that we're not making it. Number one, hold tight to your why. Remember, this book has been about being a badass and making money. So why do you want to make more money or need to make more money? Is it for freedom? Is it to take care of yourself or your family? Or just simply prove that you can do it with all the above, taking care of your family, for the freedom to do whatever you wish to do? Or if you have to make an initial investment in a new business, or if we want to take it outside that, maybe it's a new home or a new car, whatever it may be, you're not going to be wanting to lose your entire life savings or your new home or new car or whatever if you don't keep pressing forward. So know your why. Hey, Josie, welcome in. Good to see you. Selena says all the above, right? Yes. To survive, right, Josie? I mean, it could be something as simple as just to survive. That's why you need to make more money. So again, you don't want to lose everything that you worked for. So you got to keep pressing forward. And in order to press forward, you got to know your why. Number two, go to a spiritual gym. What do I mean by spiritual gym? Read books. If you are starting a new business, if you're a reseller or whatever, be invested by reading things about entrepreneurs and so forth, motivation books. Study whatever it is that you're wanting to accomplish. Have that vision board that we talked about 2 weeks ago or so. Have that vision board of what it will look like, or your goals. I think Cool Ranch did very good at presenting in PowerPoint her ideas just written down. So, whether it be a vision board or you got some place where you got your goals in front of you, have that in front of you so you know what you're going for. Meditation. We talked a lot about meditation. Reminding yourself that the uncertainty is part of the process. That might be a hard one for me at times, the uncertainty of something. Am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right steps? Did I put my money where I should have put my money? All this stuff goes into play. You're welcome, Cool. So remind yourself that uncertainty is part of the process. And you have to sometimes fling yourself into the unknown. You might not know what's going to happen, but that's okay. It's what gets you to the next level. Number three, do your homework. Keep studying and figuring out what you need to do next. What are people doing that's not working for them? What are they doing that is working for them? Remember to still do the things that you love as well. If you're one that loves to go for walks, still go for walks. If you love to run, go run. If you love to read books, whatever, make sure you're still doing that as well. I said, you got to keep studying, but also make sure that you're ready to pivot. If something's not working for you, maybe you try something else. You got to be ready to pivot. If you're in the reselling business, we're always constantly pivoting. We're always changing something. If something's not working, maybe we try this, but that can apply to anything in your life. So make sure you're always ready to pivot if necessary. Again, you got to take it day by day. Nobody wins if you quit. Nobody wins. And it's so easy to quit. And it might feel good in that moment, like, oh, good, I ain't got to worry about that anymore. I'm done with that. And it might even make sense in the moment as well. But then it's over. It's over. There's nothing else. So don't fire yourself. Never give up on yourself. Right, Selena? I know, girl. No one achieves great success without walking through fire at some point, or several points if need be. The difference between the ones who do succeed and those who do not. It's the no-nonsense commitment to staying on course no matter how hot it gets. There's always going to be a moment when all hell breaks loose. We all know those moments, right? All hell breaks loose. And again, you know exactly what I mean when I say that. If you're a reseller like me, maybe you lose the item in the chaos and it's taken way too long for you to find it, and you lose a customer because of it, right? Luckily, that one has never happened to me. Well, I say it's never happened to me. I shipped the wrong pants, but that was like back when I worked for. Back when I did Poshmark, I had 2 pairs of navy pants. One had cuffs, one didn't. And I sent one to one and one to the other. Neither one ever said anything. But again, I couldn't stand that. So that's why I try to be very organized as much as possible when it comes to all my stuff in inventory. That's right, Nancy Smith. Don't give up on yourself. Believe in yourself. Yes, ma'am. Maybe you shipped the wrong items to the wrong customer. I mean, us resellers can all relate to that one. We've all done it a time or two. Maybe in a regular profession, you forgot some project was due by a certain date, or that you needed to do something for a customer that was needed done ASAP. What about whenever you're trying to work towards saving money and your pipes bust, or you need a new roof, or something else happens? Again, we all know it's like when all hell breaks loose, and it always seems like it's when we're trying to achieve something, But you have 2 choices. You have 2 choices that you can either say, screw it, I'm done, I'm walking away, or you can say to life, is that all you got? Y'all remember the feather video I showed a couple of weeks, in that it says, life, is that all you got? And then you press forward. So you got 2 choices, screw it or move forward, one or the other, because it ain't going to do any good to stay worried about, well, dang it, I shouldn't have done it that way or whatever. Well, no, you shouldn't have done it that way, but learn from it and move forward. Don't stay hung up on that. If you think about moments in life that you have had where the pain was almost too much to bear, whether it's been from losing someone or facing a situation at work, maybe it's something in your marriage or your family, when those moments, when the pain has been almost too much for you to bear. If your mindset is weak, it will be so much easier to just give up and blame others or things for your failure to move on. If you have a rock solid mindset, you will persevere. You'll work through it, and on the other side, you'll be able to understand why you went through it. Possibly, there's a lot of times I will feel, why am I going through this, God? Why did you put me through this whatever it is that I'm going on, this event that's in my life? Why am I going through this? And then later on down the road, I can, most of the time, figure out exactly why I walked through that valley. Right, Selena? Yep. So, but we persevere, we keep working through it. And again, I can't say it enough. I've said it for the past 2 weeks. Again, I'll say it one more week. That's why it's so important to have a buddy that you can just reach out to. Whether it's someone here on YouTube that you're becoming friends with and chat and so forth, or in your IRL, in real life, outside of YouTube, if there's somebody else that you feel like you can talk to or whatever. That's why it's so important to have those people there. It's important to have cheerleaders in your life as well, to encourage you, to build you up, to say, okay, come on, Scooter, you can price a few more items to go put in your flea market booth. Come on, get your big girl panties on. Let's go, Scooter. It's important to have friends like that to push you, to encourage you, and so forth. Ones that will cheer you on or be with you when you haven't done the best or been the best, The author gives us some key ways to keep going no matter how much life gets sucky, no matter how much it does get sucked, or how sucky life can get. Number 1, push it real good. Number one, push it real good. Who remembers the song by Salt and Pepper? I know Selena does, because her and I, we talk music all the time. But I love that song. Push it real good. Dun, 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 dun. You know that song? There was the commercial, and I can't remember which company it was that did this commercial that used that song. And I know you will know if you watch TV and you've seen that commercial, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the guy is out there and he's mowing his yard. Um, he's all hot and he's sweaty and everything, and and I'm sure he's wanting to stop mowing because it's hot and everything. But all of a sudden, you see Salt and Pepper pop up, and they're like, push it real good. And he says, I'm pushing it real good. Anybody seen that commercial? That's probably one of my, next to the Kmart commercial that they used to do. That was, I shipped my pants. I about said the other word. I shipped my pants. I shipped my bed. Next to that one, that other one is my favorite commercial where he's like, I'm pushing it real good. Yeah, right, Selena. I'm singing that on purpose to get that stuck in y'all's head so I can get it out of mine. So, but I love that commercial. And as I was doing this whole topic, getting ready, preparing for this topic tonight, that commercial popped in my head because one, the first key of it being push it real good. But I was like, that commercial really now means something because we have all had, like I said, the guy, he's wanting to stop mowing. He doesn't want to keep going. But we all have familiar spots like that where we tend to want to pause. We want to stop. In those moments when things feel too personal, when someone gets a little too personal with you, too questioning of you or whatever, or it becomes too costly, or it's too near to achievement for our liking. It's important that stepping beyond that point is essential for breaking free from our comfort zones, because that's why we do that. We get too uncomfortable. It's hitting too close to home or whatever. We want to pause and stop, but no, we need to step through that. I mean, I'm not saying there's not boundaries on other things, but anyways, I think you get what I'm saying. But it frees us from our comfort zone and changing our lives, which is why it can be so frightening at the same time as well. Our subconscious often rallies all its resources to ensure that we retreat from these challenges. Oh, you can't go that, come on, you're not too confident in that area. We need to come back. In the book, she references all the king's horses and all the king's men. Y'all know that nursery rhyme. That's exactly what that means. It means that, pulling in all the resources to protect you. So many times we are completely unaware of this crucial moment, though. And we come up with countless convincing reasons to avoid reaching our full potential. We come up with all those excuses that we've had all of our lives of why we can't do something. So it's important that you be aware of that. Keep an eye out for when your subconscious mind wants to retreat. Oh, Scooter, I don't know if you should do that. Well, guess what? I'm going to do it. I understand if it's not risking my life or someone else's, why not go for it, right? Understand that you have arrived at where you can stay, knocking at the door of opportunity, or that you can walk through it to the other side. Focus on the truth and break on through to the other side. That brought another song to my head. Break on through to the other side, right? That song? I think it's a song. Number 2, risk being unpopular. Risk being unpopular. Successful individuals are persistent, meaning they maintain their belief for longer than most. The Doors. Thank you. I was like, I've heard that song. But there's a lot of times, if y'all have paid attention, there's a lot of times I will say that songs have certain words in it and they really don't. So kind of like there's a bathroom on the right and it's the bad moon on the right, or at night, whatever it is. And then there's other songs I do that too. So there was one it's a Christmas song. And it sounds like he's saying something else. But anyways, I'll have to share that if we're together. I can't share that one line. That's not right to me. Anyways, so risk being unpopular. The successful individuals, they need to also stay committed to their vision, even when those around them are expressing doubt or negativity. Are you sure you should be doing that? What do you mean you quit your full-time job to go after your dream? Like, you're crazy. Don't be paying attention to those people. We've all either have had kids or we've seen kids that just hold their ground. Like, nope, I ain't moving. You're not making me move. No, I want that toy. That's the toy I want. I don't want anything else. I want that toy right there. I know y'all know what I'm talking about when kids have done that. So they're probably the most tenacious. Like, if they're wanting a cookie or a toy, they're not going to stop until they get it. And we were used to be that way, but maybe they are or we once were onto something, right? Maybe that's what we've lost in the growing up because we've heard all this negativity and everything. The desire for and vision of having something, the goal outweighs and blinds you from all other options. Nope, I'm making $1,000 this month. Nothing's going to stop me. And you put your blinders on and there's no other option out there, only making that set amount of money, whatever it may be. When we're like that, the need to be liked so badly just so that we can fit in, it becomes unimportant. When we're focused on what it is that we have set out to achieve and we're not focusing on anything else, kind of like my phrase of the year, take me as I am. You either take me as I am or that's just it. I mean, I don't have to be liked. I don't have to fit in anymore. I'm beyond that now, It's the same thing here. I love it. He was saying, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He shot me and he bought me with his redeeming blood. That is so cute. I love that. So, when you are making big changes in your life, especially when it comes to money, you're going to upset some people. No doubt about it. You might lose some of your friends and it may cause a rift with your family members as well. You must be determined to grow into who you are meant to be, and your why must be firmly placed in the front of your mind so that you have the courage to stay the course. Believe that you are destined to achieve your dreams and understand that although you may cherish those you part ways with, you will draw in new connections that resonate with your energy, with that high frequency that we've talked about. So while those relationships that you had might end, you will bring new people to you that is resonating with the type of energy that you're putting out. Number 3, ignore the tricksters. If you didn't know what tricksters were, tricksters are super juicy temptations, custom made by your little prince, a knock off your track kind of person type of thing, and back into your comfort zone. That's what tricksters are. It's going to fling all your worst fears in your face when you're going for something. Universal intelligence, or God, has bestowed upon you your desires so that you can fulfill them. When you synchronize your energy, actions, and mindset to manifest these desires, the universe supports you. If you choose to pursue wealth to have more money, it's essential to maintain a sharp focus on your decision and the emotional motivations driving your desire for the money, your why. Hey, Demetrius, welcome in. So remember, it's not a question of if, but when distractions in the form of people, I mean, how many we have our husbands and our kids, and we got friends and so forth that can, be a distraction for us on certain things. situations, and events, those will all arise to divert you from your path. Achieving success involves allowing those distractions, the tricksters, to pass while you grab a hold of the opportunities that are waiting for you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You have, you're set that you're going to get this done today. And then you have a friend call you, well, hey, you want to go grab coffee? That is a distraction. And you decide, I really don't want to tackle what is in front of me. I'd rather go have coffee. That's the kind of tricks that we're talking about here. So, number 4, form successful habits. This is all over anything you pick up motivation. There's a reason why habits, Stephen Covey, I think, is the one that came out with 7 habits of successful people, something like that. Form successful habits. So here's chat participation time. I held it off tonight, but here's where chat participation time is. So I want your input. What are some habits that you guys have? I want you to put in chat what some of the habits that you have, good or bad ones. Remember that habits eventually become a behavior that you do automatically and repeatedly without really even thinking about it. So what are some habits that you guys have, whether they're good habits, they're bad habits? I'm going to show you mine in just a second. But what are some habits that you guys have? Highly effective people. Thank you. Cool. I knew it was something successful, highly effective. That's the word, or words. Anyways, so what are some habits that you have, whether it's like biting your nails or brushing your teeth in the morning or brushing your teeth in the morning and at night, feeding the dog. Selena says singing, even on live, right? We all know Selena does that. That's one thing Selena and I both have in common, because it's like someone will say something and it's just like, oh, there's a song. Anybody else feel daring to share? What's a habit that you have? Good or bad? I like to snack at night with Bella. I don't think that's probably a good thing. Joanne says, watch too much YouTube. That can be, yes. Nancy Smith, I'm with you on that one. Playing too much online games. Yes. This right here. Yes. Constantly. I'm playing some sort of game on my phone usually. Whether I'm at work or I'm here. But it's just mindless. You don't even think about it, do you, Nancy? Corinne says, habit of putting off the dishes, right? Lisa D says, playing too much online games. Thank you, guys. We'll have to share our favorites with each other. I have a few that I like to play continuously. Too much YouTube, yes. So mine, I'll share a few of mine. I have a habit of getting, I'm going to tell you my whole routine right here. I have a habit of getting up in the morning. Usually Bella crawls up there as soon as my alarm goes off. Sometimes she'll crawl up there before my alarm goes off. But either way, I always got to love on Bella. And then I check my phone usually before I even get out of bed. And then I get out of bed. I go use the restroom, and then I go ahead and put on my makeup. This is my Monday through Friday for sure. Go ahead and put on my makeup, and then I come into the living room. I let Bella outside, and then I make her breakfast, and I make my breakfast, and then I sit down and I watch TV for a bit. Always. At least Monday through Thursday. When I work from home Fridays, I might not do the makeup part, but everything else is in line. Right, Corinne? Good habits are hard to put into place. Yes. That's why they say, give it 30 days, 60 days, something like that. It becomes a habit. So, but yeah, I do that every morning. And then after I watch TV for a bit, I go back to my room, go in my bathroom, I brush my teeth, I brush my hair, I get dressed, I grab my stuff, I make sure the back door is locked, I get Bella a treat, and then I leave for work. That is my morning routine every morning. So, and God forbid something throws me off my routine, See, Lisa D says I shut off my oxygen, then then apnea machine, and then rush to the restroom and let Smokey out, right? Yes, that's the order. Habits make up the majority of our behaviors. Hello, Dark Gaming. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to see you. I can't remember if you were here last Monday, but I was saying hello to you then. So you might have already skipped out by the time I said hello to you. But welcome back. Good to see you. So habits make up the majority of our behaviors. Laziness is a habit. Corinne and I have fighting words then. She said, Corinne says, I'm going to have to call you in the middle of your morning to distract you. What I will normally do when someone does, so my watch and my hearing aid is what I tend to rely on. So when I have my phone. So if I don't have those two things on, if I don't have my watch on, well, I should say, if I don't have one or the other on, I won't know that my phone's going off. And so usually in the morning, I don't put my watch on for sure because my watch is going to tell me everything. My hearing aid will only tell me if I got a phone call. But I don't put my watch on because that way I don't know if my phone's going off. So generally what happens is if anybody calls me in the morning, I don't call you till I'm in my car on my way to work. And then I'll talk to you. But laziness is a habit. Believe it or not, that feeling overwhelmed can become a habit. If you find yourself constantly in a state of overwhelm, that's becoming a habit of yours. Failure and success is a habit as well. Patience and gossiping are habits. Making money or being broke is a habit. We are usually in the state of reacting, keyword there, acting, to our subconscious belief. Once we become aware and decide to consciously that's not the right word. Hold up. I don't know what, I guess I was thinking about spending money or something because that's the word I typed in and that's not the right word. Give me 1 second. I'll see if I can find it real quick. Respawn. That's the word I'm looking for. Respawn. Jeez, Scooter. So let me back up. So once we become aware and decide to consciously respond instead of acting, we can then change our habits, which will also change our realities as well. I must have been thinking about spending because that's the word I typed in there. No, it's respond. So the author gives us some habits that we're going to want to develop if we haven't already. And these are common ones that are habits of successful people. So maybe some of these will be ones that you would like to make. Take risks. Stick to their decisions. Set good boundaries. That's probably a lot of us that could do that. Give back. Work smart. Go to the spiritual gym. Reading self-help books. Exercising, meditate, work with mastermind groups. Maybe that's a habit you want to develop. Delegate. Constantly learn. Stay disciplined. Focus. Practice patience. Surround themselves with ass kickers. There you go. That's what I was saying earlier. Is having a friend that tells you, hey, you need to put your big girl panties on and get that work done. Talk about ideas, not other people. Get back up instead of give up. Show up on time. Know what's going on around them. Know what's going on with their money, which is the whole book right here. Know what's going on with their money. So that's some of the ones that you do want to develop to become successful at becoming a badass at making money. And that's what's in this book. So if you need those, again, just let me know. I'll send it to you. She also gives us some tips for if you have bad habits that are blocking you from developing the good habits that we just mentioned, that she thinks that we need, that successful people have. Make the conscious effort to disrupt your flow and get moving on the new ones. So here are some tips that she gives us as well. And I'm not going to read these word for word because they're lengthy. But number 1, have a zero tolerance for negotiation. Kind of like the coffee and getting something done that you need to get done. She said, perhaps my best tip is when it comes to forming new habits is to remove yourself from negotiation process. Let's say you decided you're going to get into the habit of making 5 sales calls before lunch every day. Right before you're about to dial the phone, the idea pops in your head to check Facebook one more time. How many of us do that? Hey, let me see who's on YouTube real quick. But you get the idea to check Facebook one more time to see if anyone commented on the picture you posted of your grandmother in a wetsuit. The moment that thought comes into your head, you recognize it as what it is, a negotiation away from your goal. I'm just going to go on Facebook for one little mini poo. Or if you quit drinking, it might be, maybe I'll just have one little sip. Or if you're meditating, maybe I'll just stop before the timer goes off. I think I'm almost done anyway. It's these tiny moments, these split-second decisions upon which your financial success rides. Not only do all these moments add up, but each one serves as a crack into your resolve where other excuses can and will seep in. And then she says, here's how to anchor in some non-negotiating badassery. Number A, identify with the new habit. I'm a successful person who gets stuff done, not someone who screws around on Facebook. B, know the negotiations. We tend not to be terribly creative or varied when we try to talk ourselves out of doing the stuff that's good for us. We tend to stick to the same script. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Number 2 idea that she gives, or tip that she gives, connect your new habit to another habit or behavior. So many of our habits go hand in hand: drinking and smoking, exercising and eating well, lying, cheating, and stealing. That if you're trying to create a new habit, connecting it to the existing habit or behavior can really help. Let's say you want to get into the habit of being more focused. You could team this up with shutting off your cell phone and putting it away. I know, like, sometimes I will turn off my notification on my email at work if there's a project that I'm trying to work on and get it done. Or I'll mute everything here at the house. If I'm working here at home, I'll mute everything in the house so I can concentrate on getting whatever it may be. The physical act of dealing with the phone will trigger the mental reminder to focus on what's in front of you. Oh, let me read this real quick. Or let's say you want to get into a habit of taking risks. Maybe you come up with some sort of theme song that kicks into your head every time you're going to take a leap and do something scary. Or a cheering crowd, or the sound of fireworks. I know for me, I will always play Eye of the Tiger, especially if I'm training for a half marathon. I will play that song because it motivates me and gets me fired up and everything. Number 3, strengthen your willpower. Along with staying emotionally attached to the why of your goal, your willpower muscle can be strengthened by A, anticipating the discomfort. When you know doubling your rates is going to feel freaky and scary, feel into these feelings before bringing your new rates to your clients. Hang out in that for a while. See what the discomfort feels like. Get used to it and realize it's just part of the process. And don't create a huge drama around it. I know for me, I will sit there and tell myself this is just business. Doesn't have anything to do with what I think about the person or whatever it is that I'm dealing with. It doesn't have anything to do with that. This is business. You know, this is something that's going to help me. So that's how I separate it for myself. B, find an accountability partner. Just like I said earlier, find that buddy that's going to sit there and push you and hold you accountable of saying what you're going to do and then follow through and do it. We're all so much more likely to be on time, prepared, dressed in something other than our bathrobes when other people are involved, right? C, envision the end result with tearful giddiness. Before you even start what you're doing, get so excited that's not only done, but that you totally knocked it out of the park. Feel the relief, the joy, the badassery first, and then get to work. It's another one I like. So, those are some tips that she gives you. So, strengthen your willpower, connect your new habits to another habit or behavior, And then number 1 was to have zero tolerance for negotiations. I love all 3 of those tips. I think they're very important. I think they really could help you as well. So number 5, course correct. Course correct. I'm sure many of you have heard of Miller Brewing Company. You know, the beer company, Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, right? We've all heard of this. I'm not sure if you have heard the story of this company, however. Some of you might have, some of you might not have not. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. But the story, it's said that after 60 years that Miller Brewing opened, 60 years after Miller's Brewing opened its door, Prohibition swept through the nation. And if y'all remember, Prohibition was during the 1920s to 1933, but it devastated hundreds of breweries. Miller Brewing Company got smart about it. I was just like, wow, this is really cool. They got smart about it. They produced malted milk. They produced malt syrups, sodas, and non-alcoholic beer. And they also changed their name to Miller Products Company. They were able to make it to the other side of Prohibition, where many were not able to do it because they were willing to course correct their business. They were willing to pivot, as I said earlier. They were willing to pivot and find out or figure out other ways of making it when something was no longer able to be done. But they had 3 choices when they did this. When alcohol became illegal, they had 3 choices because that's what happened during Prohibition. Alcohol was illegal, which that blows my mind. But they could break the law, they could admit defeat, or they could course correct. If you truly want something, it's within your reach. Nurturing that desire and believing in it more than any doubts or signs telling you to give up will ultimately bring you success. Letting go is an essential aspect of being tenacious, of being persistent. Tenacity isn't just about relentless effort. It's about taking purposeful steps while remaining open to new opportunities that can guide you towards your goals. Staying on track may require navigating some twists and turns, but being overly stubborn and resisting change can lead to setbacks that leave you feeling stuck. So you have a choice. Keep pushing forward, course correct when needed, and trust that you truly want something. The universe is there to support you. Last week, money mantra was, I love money because it lets me be the most I can be. This week's money mantra is, I love money and will not give up until I'm surrounded by all the wealth I desire. So I love money and will not give up until I am surrounded by all the wealth I desire. And then, of course, she gives us some things that we can do to kind of help us with that. If y'all do these homeworks or if it gets you to thinking after we get done. 1, read the biography of someone who's rich and inspiring to you. Number 2, notice 3 not so great habits that you've got and put together a plan to change them to good habits. Number 3, go to the spiritual gym every day. What will you do every day to keep your frequency high, your faith strong, your mindset solid, and your tenacity unshakable? What self-help book will you read? What music will you listen to pump yourself up? I've talked to y'all about that. When I'm in my car, it might not be music that, it pumps me up regardless. So that's really not a correct thing to say. But when life is chaotic, when things are just like going to the pit and I'm just grouchy and I say things I don't like to say, whatever, I play K-Love in my car because it always changes my thoughts. but it also pumps me up too. So, what music are you going to listen to that's going to inspire you, that's going to pump you up? What affirmations will you write down on your mirror with your dry erase marker? That's not in here, but I added that as far as the dry erase marker. Will you meditate, listen to meditations, journal, exercise? Those of you that are into junk journals, this is a perfect way to do that. Use those. I got my first junk journal from Selena, and Josie made it. But I got my first one from them for my birthday. So, I mean, what a great idea to be able to go in there and journal what it is. Exercise. Put together some sort of spiritual practice that you will do every single solitary day to stay in shape. Even if it's just 15 minutes a day, this is critical to your success. I love Lisa D. She's talking about the exercises that she's been doing, and then she's been asked to teach those. I can't remember what it's called, Lisa D, and please forgive me, but I do know that you've been doing something, Tai Chi or something like that, and I might be way off, so I apologize, Lisa D. But again, even if it's just a few minutes a day. It is Tai Chi. Okay, see, I pay attention, even when I don't think I am. Mindset is a muscle, and just like your other muscles, once you get in shape, you don't get to stop working out. You have to stay on it if you want to stay mighty. So again, as always, we end it with, I'm grateful to money because, and you fill in the blank in your own time. You don't have to share that here unless it's just something you feel like you need to share. So there we go, guys. Thank you guys, as always, for being here tonight. Again, I hope you got something out of tonight's topic. I love that word. It'll be a word I'm going to start using, tenacity. It just sounds so powerful, a bold word. Tomorrow night, hopefully I will be live with Selena at 7:30 p.m. Central for a one fry short of a Happy Meal. If you guys will please keep her in your prayers. She's been through a lot of pain. So help, pray that her pain gets alleviated. So just lift her up in prayers for healing and so forth. Wednesday night, I will probably be live with Tammy, Dream Chaser, at 7:30 p.m. Central. And then Thursday night, Cool Ranch will be back with me at 7:30 p.m. Central as well. And like I mentioned earlier, this weekend, Harley and I have our Bo Brooks vendor event, so I probably won't be live on YouTube. That's right. She said they have a YMCA. I was trying to talk to Robert tonight over dinner, and words were just not forming. 20 miles from us. We're going to start going there starting tomorrow. Congratulations, Lisa D. Stay firm, stay strong, and committed to doing that. So I probably won't be going live on YouTube at all this weekend, but that's why it's so important to make sure you have the bell marked for all notifications and that you're subscribed to my channel, because you never know, I might pop up or I might do a buy now video. I like doing those as well. So also don't forget to do the thumbs up on your way out if you haven't already done so. I appreciate you guys. It's been a fun night as well. Always fun to hang out with you guys. I always love seeing you guys each week. But let's start working on being tenacious. I'll see you at next Monday Motivation. Next Monday Motivation, which will be next Monday night at 8 p.m. Central, we'll be talking about change loves company. I don't know if she's going to be talking about us making changes or like change as in money loves company. So come on back next Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. That's what we'll be discussing. It will also be our last chapter in this book. So we will be done with this book next week for sure. And then we'll just do a quick review 2 weeks from there. So come on back next Monday. We'll be talking about change loves company. Y'all have a great rest of your night. But meanwhile, until next Monday, or if I don't see you around the YouTube, have a great week. Have a great weekend. And let's do this thing. Good night, guys.